these Sage Shorts on all your RPG info. And now we're gonna go to the last portion, and that is we're gonna go over, oh, watch out for your eyes, baby, the Itachi style, but we're gonna go over Marvel Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns, it was a tactical RPG announced by 2K Games. So the Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy LT the Sage coming to you live with, that's right, the first installation of the Nightly Ninja Talk. Now, I'm going over this on pretty much Thursday morning, but Wednesday night. So this news is going to be for your Wednesday recap of MMORPG news. My socials, time frame, again, I usually stream on Twitch Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting this Friday. So this Friday, you can expect me to be at that time frame, and every weekday after that. And then check my socials, Twitter, Instagram, any of those, even my Discord, if you want to get updates on when I may go live or do some streaming with you guys, my lovely fellow sages, on the weekends. But after that, let's go ahead and move forward into our first topic of the night. We have 3 topics, and we got a big one because you know that Gamescom, that's right, Gamescom was earlier today, and the 3 topics that we're going to be going over is the delay to Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West. Yes, it is confirmed at this time that there is going to be a delay. We'll go over the time frames for that delay and my thoughts on that. The second big news for me is the New World Open Beta and the confirmation, that's right, confirmation of that release date. So we are good to go on that release date. I'm gonna have that below in the description. But New World Open Beta is live, so everyone around everywhere can go ahead and join in and see how they like the game. I'll have my thoughts. I'll tell you how I thought about the game too when we get to that section. And then the last little bit, we have a Sage Short section where I'll go over 3 small little topics and things to look out for you RPG fanatics and MMO buffs. But the third topic here is Marvel. Marvel is coming out with a tactical RPG game, as well as a MMO that came out today, Wednesday, the 25th. So again, I will kind of go over some of those details and some of that information for you guys. So sit back, relax, and get ready for the next and the first installation, which is Horizon Zero Dawn. It has been delayed. So you know, Horizon Zero Dawn, we're expecting it later this year as kind of like a holiday season release, but guess what? It has been delayed until 2022, unfortunately. So Guerrilla Games has confirmed that what we all were expecting based on the rumors, that Forbidden West new release date is set for February 18th, 2022. So what does that mean? That means that you guys can expect to play that game next year, early next year, 2022. And that's going to coincide with a couple of other releases. I'll go over that later, but it's going to coincide with another big release that I think a lot of people are going to be excited for, and a lot of people is probably going to cross play with this game. Now, my personal opinion is that these delays, this is delay year, right? 2021 is the year of the delay, and unfortunately all these games and all these producers and all of the staffing is lower. People are working from home, hard to collaborate on titles and things like this on a very high clip. So with everything kind of easing back in now, I think everything is going to be kicking into high gear, and we're going to be seeing less delays next year. But you know, if things don't get any worse. But it's a necessary evil nowadays, because not only do you know, it's harder to produce games at this in this global climate, but it's also a quality over you know, production issue right now, with a lot of games coming out half baked. So you want to make sure that, you know, you got your ninja scopes on, and you're making sure that you're looking at these games and making sure they're coming out with high quality and that they're completed. One of the highly anticipated action RPG titles. We know we really wanted to see this one later this year, but you know what? What I will state, and I stated here in my blog load piece, the end of the year is already jam-packed, y'all. So there's a bunch of MMOs JRPGs, RPGs coming out, and first party mega titles. You guys know the big boys. Battlefield's coming out here shortly. Call of Duty Vanguard was released. They're coming out with information on that. Halo Infinite is a big one. You know, everyone's going to be rushing back to play the good old Halo, and it's looking like the combat's very similar to what it was before. You're going to have a lot of games to play, and especially with Endwalker coming out for Final Fantasy, you know we're going to go crazy on Endwalker. And New World, that's September 28th. We're going to talk about that next. September 28th release date is set in stone. So you MMO buffs are going to have something to really get your hands on and play into before that Final Fantasy drops. So it's already jam-packed at the end of the season. We got holidays, we got family we're going to be trying to meet up and try to spend time with. It's okay for a little bit delay for some of these games. I'm okay with this one. Now, the biggest issue with this delay, I will say, is that it does come in around the time Destiny's Witch Queen expansion drops. So this is dropping on the 18th, and that Witch Queen expansion comes out February 22nd. So there's about 3 to 4 days there. It is through a weekend, but it's about a 4-day, unfortunately, in between these two games. So if you're one of those people who like both adventure RPG games like this one and want to also play the MMO style light, as they call it, Destiny, then you're gonna really be coming up at this crunch time playing both of these games in sequential. But again, that's a good problem to have, and we should be ahead enough with the other MMOs and RPG games where we just have to worry about those two and, you know, catch up on those. So that is my first topic, and then we're gonna go right into New World Open Beta. So the New World Open Beta is coming out for PC. You have to go through the Steam client. That's right, the Steam client. They've got a new little feature that they're going to be adding to it so that you guys can go ahead and get into the beta. Now, no further delays. September 28th has been set in stone. That's right, y'all. Set in stone for New World. Open server stress test, that's what I like to call these because that's what it is, has been set for September 9th through September 12th. So you guys know this is specifically to test, get all these people coming in. They're probably going to get more than there are a million in the closed beta. We're probably going to get millions and millions of people trying out this open beta at any given time. It's really going to stress those servers so Amazon can know what to allocate within the next couple of weeks for the main release. Now, my personal opinion of the game, I played it in the closed beta version. I was supposed to get some videos out, but I didn't. But the game plays very well, okay? The game plays very well. It needs some polish, okay? And that's what most of the other big time, if you've seen any big time other streamers talk about it, it needs some polish, but it played well. It has immense, crazy depth into the game as far as the different areas. You can become a mayor. There's taxes involved on when you go to certain areas. You pay different taxes on, you know, creating items. It's a very in-depth system on a, you know, kind of a systematic government level, to be honest. It didn't look like it was too hard to purchase items, and there was different areas I haven't even touched on yet. But the other thing I will state is don't go too hard. Don't go too hard on these open beta, okay? The progress is not switch over. So I don't want you guys to go into this open beta and then go super hard and then realize you've done so much and then you all get erased. So don't go super hard, but I'm looking for controller support, maybe some more controller support added. Steam support, controller support does a really good job. People have created things and macros in the system and game where you can go through the Steam option. If you want a video about that, let me know to add that. But other than that, I want to see some more controller and, you know, actual in-game controller support. Other than that, it's a good game. We're definitely going to be diving in that here on the Sage Network. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Now, the next slide, that's right, the next section, we're looking at our Sage shorts. So here we go. So since this is the first video, Say Shorts is a section, as you can see, we're going to be pulling up on it, but we're going to go over 3 kind of mini topics of new things, new MMOs, new RPGs, or just information, big or just small information that I feel like you guys should know in order to be well informed. So the first thing we're going to go over in the Say Shorts, this is a lot of Gamescom reviews and things that have come out from the press conference earlier. Wasteland 3 expansion, Cult of the Holy Detonation. I did play some of this before. I didn't finish the original game, but I did play it. It's actually a very good game if you like those strategy type RPG games where you have a crew, everyone has different roles, everyone does different things, and you kind of do like a kind of a base level based on speed, etc. You know, it's kind of a tactical RPG, to be honest with you. The expansion called Cult of the Holy Detonation is $6.99. That's right, $6.99, not a bad price, and it's available October 4th, 2021. So that is coming up very soon, a month and a half, and so definitely go ahead and check that out if you're a fan of Wasteland 3. Prime Matter, speaking of the makers of Wasteland 3, Prime Matter has a new action horror RPG game, Dolmen, that they showed a trailer for earlier in the press conference on Gamescom. It looked pretty interesting. Looks like they're gonna have some sci-fi, horror, different genres entangled with some shooting aspects, switching between shooting and even abilities, energy abilities, etc. The story plot looks very interesting as well. So if you like these type of games, these horror RPG games, it's going to have some elements where you can very much customize your character. This looks like an excellent game for you. Now, again, it's not available until 2022, so don't expect it till probably, I would say, summer of next year. But again, any information that comes out on Dolmen, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on here on the network. Third game and listen, this one was a weird one. Doke V, I think is how you pronounce it. The Pearl Abyss, that's right, the makers of Black Desert Online showcase a new MMO where you can basically capture creatures called Dokkaebi. So basically it's a Pokemon, you know, thought process, Pokemon, Digimon, that type of thing. And basically you catch these Dokkaebi and you can utilize them in battle. And then you can also utilize your own type of, you know, moves, sets, and almost had like a Luigi's Mansion vacuum attachment. It's crazy, but the world looked beautiful. The animations were vibrant. It was a great looking game, and no release window yet. So we're probably looking at something beyond 2022, but Pearl Abyss, the makers of Black Desert, that game is fluid, beautiful as well. One of the best looking MMO games I've seen. And so Dokkaebi is probably going to be just as good. It's a little kiddish, so if you look at the trailer, just make sure you know, brace yourself. It does have a little bit of a young kid vibe, but it's so playful, bright, and it'll still, I think if you play it for a while, it'll kind of grow on you. So those are the Sage Shorts. So you can expect those every morning when you wake up. Check out these Sage Shorts on all your RPG info. And now we're gonna go to the last portion, and that is we're gonna go over, watch out for your eyes, baby, the Itachi style. But we're going to go over Marvel Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns, it was a tactical RPG announced by 2K Games. So the new looks promising as the announcement trailer displays all of your hero favorites. So as you can see, we have some Iron Man, we got some Wolverine, we got Blade, we got Ghost Rider is on that right hand side of that picture there. But listen, it's a little concerning because 2K Games is behind this. You guys know 2K Games and how their monetization is a little off kilter. So I don't know how to feel about this. But everybody was in these crazy, and you know my aesthetics are gold and black. Those are some of my favorite color combos, and everyone was in gold and black. It was like very Egyptian, very emperor, very esque. I love the aesthetic of the game, but we all know those looks that they might not be original. They might be locked behind a cash shop. 2K Games is behind it. and hopefully they don't destroy what could be good gameplay and destroy it with a sketchy business practices on the back end. And we'll see how much cosmetics are. We'll see if they utilize anything in order to get a boost in the game that you can purchase with real money and currency. But if it's not going to be anything to take advantage of on a massive multiplayer level, it might not matter. Now a new hero is announced. It is you, the hunter. You can get a very mashed up of all Marvel characters, summoning us, the hunter, which is our created character, from like a cask from an eternal slumber to defeat Lilith, who was trying to complete the Darkhold. So definitely kind of in that Marvel Witch, Scarlet Witch area for the villain in this one. Looks like we will have full customization of our characters' looks and playstyle, which makes this kind of a DC Universe alternate for Marvel. Now again, this isn't an MMO, it looks like, but it looks like it's going to be kind of similar to the DC style, where you're going to create your own hero and basically incorporate your own powers and stuff of which you want. In the trailer, she had like 2 swords, katana, had the gold plated vest in the middle. She looked badass, so that's pretty good. And then hopefully the gameplay is mimicked after Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics. So again, this is a tactical RPG, so we're looking at probably turn-based style, and hopefully they mimic after some of the better tactical RPGs that give you some of those action feelings with that turn-based strategy feel. And so I'm hoping that is hope they do something with that, and I hope it's something unique as well. I hope it's not a copy and paste of Fire Emblem style. We don't want that. We already have Fire Emblem. We have like 10 of them. We want something new and unique, so hopefully they bring something to the table. Marvel's branding is slapped onto this, so I'm sure they got their hands in it, and Marvel usually brings out pretty quality products most of the time. Now, the last thing I wanted to touch on is not definitely a Marvel Midnight Suns thing. It is definitely an MMO that came out today, actually. Well, came out on Wednesday, the 25th, is Marvel Future Revolution, a new mobile MMO RPG game from Nesbet. And it looks pretty good. I didn't get to play it yet, but it looks pretty good. It looks interesting enough where I think you should give it a try if you want to play something or get into a Marvel experience MMO, kind of like DC Universe. I'm not too sure if you create your own character, or if you're playing different Marvel characters and leveling the different characters up, but it definitely looked good. Again, take it with a grain of salt, because you're gonna have it's a mobile game, right? So we're probably gonna have some cash shop issues, and if it ends up becoming a bigger title, I might do a review on it, give you my first hour of synopsis of how this game plays. But yeah, that's all for the RPG and MMO news. There was a couple of other smaller things that popped up throughout the Gamescom review and throughout the day, but if you have any questions about those, feel free to jump in on our Twitch chat, usually around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and we discuss all of the RPG news, no matter how small or big it was. So thank you all, my fellow sages, for watching the video. Again, right below you'll see all of my socials. You see my little insignia right there. But thank you for watching. This will be a daily, so when you wake up, you get your daily dose of what happened the day before on RPG and MMO news. And if you have any questions, concerns, again, shoot out all of my socials. Come hit me up. And again, always, I do it a third time, always follow your ninja way. Peace, y'all.